All right, let's go to our first caller, Barbara. Let's talk to Bill. Bill, this is Roger Riedmiller of Lori on the Line. How can I help you?
Yes, I had surgery back on April 25th, and my vitals were all good before surgery, and was right in the middle of surgery and actually coded on well on the table, and was put into intensive care for about a week.
Okay.
And was just wondering if there was any repercussion or any action I could take, because I was told the anesthesiologist had made some mistakes.
Who told you that?
The surgeon.
Okay, and what did the surgeon say in general terms the anesthesiologist did wrong?
He said that there was basically two levels they hold you at, semi-sedated and fully sedated. He was trying to hold me in between.
All right, well, let me ask you one other question before we go on to try to answer this question, Bill. Are you recovered completely from the effects of this anesthesia, or do you still have some residual problems?
I'm still having problems. They're medicating for my heart to keep it in rhythm, and still showing some signs of fluid buildup in the lungs.
What was the nature of this? What was the purpose of the surgery, or what surgery were they doing on you?
I was having a spinal cord stimulator replaced.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, it certainly sounds, Bill, like there needs to be some evaluation done here of the medical records. I think first and foremost, whenever you have a problem like what you have described, where there's a potential for medical malpractice as a result of a procedure on the table, anesthesia, application, and so forth, you need to have somebody, probably an expert in that same field in anesthesiology, evaluate the situation and try to determine just exactly, precisely what happened and whether or not that was a deviation from the standard of care. And if there was a deviation of standard of care, then that expert needs to figure out whether or not the residual problems that you are having are as a result of that deviation from standard care. If the problems you are having now are as a result of some other factor, the surgery itself, medication that you were taking before or after, or something to do with Mother Nature, so to speak, if it's just a natural aging process of parts of your body, then you're not going to be successful in this, likely to be successful in this medical malpractice case. If, on the other hand, the problems you are experiencing, according to the experts, is as a result of this deviation and wouldn't have occurred but for the deviation in the standard of care, the malpractice, the negligence, then you may have a viable medical malpractice claim. In order to do this, Bill, do this right and get the correct expert to evaluate your situation, you probably ought to talk to a medical malpractice attorney an attorney who does this particular type of work on a regular basis and can tell you who the experts are that are best qualified to evaluate your type of case and what is going to have to be proven in order to be successful in this particular type of case. So you want to get to a medical malpractice attorney as quickly as possible. These are very complicated cases and they need to be evaluated quickly. I know this just happened, but it takes a lot of time and effort in order to determine whether or not you even have a viable case and then to pursue that case if that is what you want to do. Thank you, Bill, for that phone call.